All right, so today we're going to be diving into a question that honestly has sparked some pretty heated debates online.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, do men find their partners less attractive during pregnancy?
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
So you guys submitted this Ask Men Advice thread.
Right.
And in this thread, a woman is expressing, she's feeling insecure about her changing body,
Yeah.
wondering if her partner's reassurances are the whole truth.
Sure.
So we are going to unpack the range of responses that men had to this question and just kind of see what we can learn.
I think it's so interesting because it's such a simple question, but it just opens up this Pandora's box of like biological factors and societal pressures and just the complexities of relationships.
Absolutely. And the first thing that really struck me was just the sheer number of men
Yeah.
who are saying they actually find their partners more attractive during pregnancy.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a few guys either. It seemed like the overwhelming majority.
A lot of them were saying more than just, oh, you're beautiful. But they were talking about feeling this deeper connection with their partner and a sense of awe, I think, for the strength and vulnerability their partners were displaying.
Yeah.
And some even mentioned the pregnancy glow.
Oh, yeah, glow.
Is like mythical radiance.
Right.
Do you think that's a real biological phenomenon, or is it more about how we perceive beauty when we're in love, or maybe even just like societal expectations about pregnant women?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a mix of all those things, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's hormonal changes that are happening during pregnancy that can affect skin and hair.
Right.
But there's also this really strong cultural narrative that idealizes pregnancy as this time of radiant beauty.
Exactly. Like, think about all of the movies and advertisements that depict pregnancy as this, like, ethereal, goddess-like state.
Yeah, so our perceptions are potentially influenced by both biology and societal conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
But let's not discount the power of biology completely.
Yeah.
Some of the responses in the thread talked about feeling almost an instinctive attraction,
Right.
like a primal urge to protect and care for their pregnant partner.
Like, it's almost hardwired.
Hold on. Are you saying that there could be an actual, biological impulse driving attraction during pregnancy?
Yeah, I mean, think about the role of hormones like testosterone and estrogen in mate selection.
Sure.
Well, during pregnancy, a woman's hormonal profile changes dramatically.
Okay.
And it's possible that these changes actually trigger certain responses
Wow.
in their partner, even if it's on a subconscious level.
So men are literally wired to respond to these hormonal shifts in their pregnant partners, even if they're not consciously aware of it.
It's possible.
Okay, so we've got the glow, we've got the societal influences, and we've got these potential biological impulses.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't all sunshine and roses, though, in this thread, right?
Right. There were definitely a few men who admitted to finding pregnancy less attractive physically,
Oh, really?
while still emphasizing their love and support for their partners. And this is where things get really interesting, I think.
Ooh, why is that?
Because it raises this question of honesty versus sensitivity.
Oh, good point.
Are these guys being brutally honest, or are they just trying to, avoid hurting their partner's feelings?
Yeah, and you can almost feel the tension in some of those responses, like even reading between the lines.
Right. It's tough because there's a valid argument for both sides.
Right.
Some people believe that honesty is paramount even if it's uncomfortable.
Yeah,
And then others prioritize protecting their partner's emotional well-being.
I see that.
So there's no easy answer.
Right.
It really depends on, I think, the individual dynamics of that relationship.
It definitely makes you think about how we navigate these really sensitive conversations with our partners.
Yeah.
Honesty is so important,
Of course.
but so is empathy and understanding.
For sure.
The delicate balance.
It really is. And I think this thread just highlights how pregnancy can magnify these existing complexities in a relationship.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's already hard enough. Now add in all these hormones and changes.
Right.
And it's fascinating to think about how these different perspectives might actually play out in real life relationships. Like,
Yeah.
imagine a couple
Right.
where the guy is maybe struggling with his changing feelings, but he feels this pressure to say all the right things.
Oh, yeah.
That
could definitely lead to resentment and communication breakdowns.
Exactly.
And it's not just about the man's feelings either.
Right.
The woman in the original post,
Yeah.
she's clearly feeling insecure.
Mm-hmm.
And those insecurities are valid.
Totally.
Pregnancy is a roller coaster of physical and emotional changes.
It really is.
And it's totally natural to wonder how those changes are going to impact your partner's perception of you.
And I think it's important to remember that attraction is complex.
Yeah.
It's not just physical.
Right.
It's this interplay of physical, emotional, even intellectual factors.
So you're saying attraction isn't just about physical appearance.
Exactly.
It's about the whole package.
The whole package. Think about it.
Yeah.
You might initially be drawn to someone because of their looks.
Sure.
But as you get to know them,
Right.
their personality, their intelligence, their sense of humor, their values, all of that starts to play a much bigger role in how you perceive them.
Okay.
And I think sometimes those deeper qualities
Yeah.
can actually enhance physical attraction.
So in the context of pregnancy, even if a man is finding the physical changes, maybe challenging,
Yeah.
the love, the respect, the admiration he feels for his partner can actually deepen his overall attraction.
Absolutely. And a lot of the responses in the thread we were talking about mentioned that shift.
Okay.
Like they talked about falling more deeply in love with their partner as they witnessed her strength
Wow.
and resilience during pregnancy. Like the physical changes almost became secondary to the emotional connection.
It's like seeing your partner in a whole new light.
Totally.
This amazing life-giving force, and you're witnessing her go through this incredible transformation.
Mm-hmm.
And that shared experience can be so bonding.
And I think it speaks to the idea that attraction isn't just about what we see,
Right.
but also about what we feel and experience. It's about shared history, the intimate moments, the challenges you overcome together.
I like that.
Like those shared experiences can really strengthen the bond and deepen the attraction in ways that we might not even fully understand.
But let's be real, not everyone is going to experience this profound shift in attraction during pregnancy.
Right, of course.
And that's okay.
Absolutely.
It's important to acknowledge that there's a whole spectrum of experiences
Totally.
and feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And no one's journey is going to look exactly the same.
And that's why I think communication is just so crucial.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Partners need to be able to talk openly and honestly about their feelings.
Absolutely.
Their fears, their expectations.
Yeah.
It's about creating a safe space where vulnerability is welcomed.
I love that.
And where both partners feel heard and understood.
That's such an important point.
Yeah.
It's not about pretending everything is perfect.
Right.
Or trying to force yourself to feel a certain way.
Exactly.
It's about acknowledging the complexity of the situation
Mm-hmm.
and communicating with your partner in a way that's both open and compassionate.
Exactly. And sometimes that might even involve seeking professional help.
Oh, that's a good point.
If a couple is really struggling to navigate these changes on their own, a therapist can provide that neutral space for them to explore their feelings and, develop healthy coping mechanisms.
Yeah, it's a good reminder that there's no shame in seeking support,
For sure.
especially during such a transformative
Yeah.
and potentially challenging time.
And remember, this whole conversation started because of a woman's genuine concern about her partner's attraction to her.
Right.
And it highlights the pressures
Yeah.
and insecurities that I think a lot of women face during pregnancy, especially in a society that often places these unrealistic expectations on women's bodies.
Yeah, those societal pressures are real.
Oh, they are.
And they can be so amplified during pregnancy.
Totally.
You're bombarded with images of perfect pregnant bodies
Right.
and glowing moms-to-be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so easy to internalize those messages
For sure.
and start comparing yourself.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important to remember that every pregnancy journey is unique
Absolutely.
and there's no one right way to look or feel.
And that's where I think self-compassion comes in.
Self-compassion.
It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend going through a similar experience.
Okay.
Acknowledging your feelings without judgment
Right.
and just celebrating the incredible journey that your body is on.
I love that. And if you're finding it tough to navigate those feelings on your own,
Right.
there's so many resources available.
Oh, yeah. Ton.
Support groups, online communities, therapists.
Mm-hmm.
There's this whole network of people who understand what you're going through
Absolutely.
and can offer guidance and encouragement.
Speaking of support and encouragement, if you're enjoying this deep dive, we would love for you to hit that subscribe button
Yes.
and join our community here at Voices of the Soul.
Yes. And if you're looking for even more thought-provoking content, be sure to check out Shauna Pelage on YouTube.
We're all about exploring the complexities of human experience
Absolutely.
and fostering these meaningful conversations.
And it's so important to remember that self-love and acceptance aren't just buzzwords.
Right.
They're essential
Mm-hmm.
for navigating those emotional ups and downs of pregnancy
Yeah.
and beyond.
And, finding a partner who supports and encourages that self-love is crucial.
Absolutely.
Someone who sees your strength and your beauty.
Yes.
Not just in your physical appearance, but in the amazing transformation that you're undergoing.
Right. It's about finding someone who celebrates you for who you are, inside and out, through all the changes and challenges that life throws your way.
And that brings us back to the original question
Okay.
that sparked this whole conversation.
Right.
Does attraction change during pregnancy? I think the answer, as we've discovered, is complex.
It is. It's a yes and a no, and it may be all rolled into one.
It really is.
Because it's not just about black and white. It's about the shades of gray in between. It's about understanding that attraction is fluid and that it's influenced by a bunch of different factors.
Absolutely.
And that it can evolve over time.
And I think one of the most important takeaways from this whole discussion
What is it?
is the power of open communication.
Being able to talk honestly and openly with your partner
Yes.
about your feelings, your fear, your desires. That's the foundation of a strong and healthy relationship,
For sure.
especially during a time of such significant change.
It's about creating a space
Right.
where both partners feel safe to express themselves without judgment,
I love that.
where vulnerability is seen as a strength, and where love and support are unwavering.
This deep dive has been such an eye-opener.
It really has.
I think we uncovered some really valuable insights into the complexities of attraction
For sure.
and the societal pressures that we face, and just the importance of self-love and communication.
Absolutely. And it's a good reminder that relationships are a journey, not a destination.
Ooh.
There will be ups and downs, twists and turns, but with open hearts and honest communication,
Yeah.
you can navigate those challenges together and emerge even stronger on the other side.
And that's what Voices of the Soul is all about.
Yeah.
Exploring these complex and often unspoken aspects of human experience.
If you've enjoyed this deep dive, we'd love for you to subscribe and join our community.
And for even more thought-provoking content, be sure to check out Shauna Palage on YouTube.
Until next time, keep those minds curious and those hearts open.